This is just a video about negative things I'm learning about myself and asking for help and for guidance. So, one thing upon reflection I'm learning about myself is that I've relied on other people too much to make me happy instead of creating my own happiness, and that an important thing for me is to find little ways to make other people happy even when I'm miserable. That at least will create an environment of more joy and less chaos, and that's ultimately what I thought I wanted. Other things I'm learning about myself. Other things I'm learning about myself is that it's very easy for me to want to be cruel when I've been hurt very deeply, because I can get disconnected from the pain and I can start to become someone that I don't want to be. I'm also learning that I need a higher power, and call that, well, I would go close to calling that Jesus, even though I feel like the Christian faith has kind of let me down in some ways. I don't want to give up on God. So there's that. Less serious things. I've learned that I'm an ambivert. I like being alone, but I like spending time with one or two people too. But I do gain energy both from being alone and being with people emotionally. It's just different types of energy. So that's at least a good thing to know about myself, is that I need a combination of alone time for my projects, which I'm working on a drawing for my grandma right now and a bunch of blankets. But unfortunately, I've also learned that a lot of the things that I do for others' approval instead of doing it just because it's the right thing to do. And that without that divine connection, or connection to someone who humbles me but also loves me, which was someone, but now I can't make them that someone anymore. I will go down the wrong path many, many times. So I need to find a way to nurture that connection again. I just kind of don't know how, because I have pieces of who I am in like a puzzle, but I can't put the puzzle together. It's like a bunch of pieces of a picture scattered about, and I can't put the picture together at all. I also realize that even though it's hard for me, I want to learn what it's like to be kind just because it's the right thing to do and not because of anything else. Because I once knew someone like that whose presence made me feel really safe, and without relying on knowing that kindness was undeserved, and that kindness from God is somewhat undeserved but still needed, I can be anything but kind and anything but someone who makes people feel safe. I can take advantage of people. Alexa, stop. I can take advantage of people. I can make people feel judged. And that's one thing I'm learning about myself, is that I carry a lot of prejudices from my Christian upbringing too, against people who don't deserve it, and that the right thinks deserves it, but they don't. Because people aren't what we think they are. People are all unique individuals, and even people with bad impulses have good traits too. And a lot of people who were bad had bad things happen to them to make them that way. So there's a little bit of good and glory in everyone, and I have to remember that. I also am recognizing that a lot of the things I wanted to do, by the way, these are my plushies. They make me really happy. But I'm realizing that a lot of the things that I wanted to do are becoming difficult for me because of my mental health. Because I am no longer able to feel things. I'm looking at things from like very top down and not seeing the beauty. And I used to want to be a writer, and I was a pretty good writer. I wrote a children's book that I haven't published yet. It was about a caribou learning to be part of a herd and learning to grow as a caribou, as a little caribou person. Yeah. And learning to take care of the people who needed him, and learning to take care of his family as well. And I also am working on a book about different creatures that co-inhabit like a heavenly realm, and they eat mystical shrubbery and fruits and get different powers that allows them to take care of the herd, or to do different types of hunting, or to be governing over other territories and things like that in psychic ways. But I can't really flesh it out yet. And I'm realizing I have a huge amount of imposter syndrome because I don't really believe that I'm going to be creative enough or book smart enough to do any of these things. But I'm also aware that if I don't try, then I'm going to regret it even more, because things only happen if you cause things to happen. So I have to try. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in how life has turned out, but I'm trying to stay kind, even if it means being something I'm not. I think sometimes we all try to be something that we're not, but it's not always a bad thing. Like, I don't want to be, in this video, I know I'm coming across a lot differently, but that's because I'm so numb to my feelings, and I don't want to be someone who's judgmental of people for their background because they're a different color, or because they're trans or they're gay, or someone who's judgmental of someone because they have different political beliefs than me. Like, I'm kind of center of the aisle to leaning right, I guess, but I don't want to be judgmental of someone. I don't even know if I would say leaning right. I'm just center because I'm really right on some things and really left on other things. So I don't know how to categorize myself politically. I'm independent. Yeah. I guess I just want to be someone who, when I see someone different from me, thinks, what can I learn from that person? Not what can I criticize about that person anymore. And I don't know how to get there, but if anybody has any advice, I would welcome it. I think that's all I've got for now. Bye.